Hello viewers, in the previous class we discussed about the ecology, environment and the peoples and the relationship. In this session we will going to discuss about human environment interaction, particularly the anthropogenic activities and their impact on environment. So, this we will discuss, and the Millennium Development Goals. As you know that how this anthropogenic activities means the human activities, basically the human activities, how these human activities are impacting the environment. So, impact of anthropogenic activities, natural and man-made activities. There are two kinds of activities we have. The anthropogenic activities, why these anthropogenic activities are done, means human activities. Why we do this one? To fulfill the needs of the human. Basically our needs are to be fulfilled. Agriculture is one of the activities, industrialization is another activities, then energy consumption is another activities, then change of lifestyle is another activities. So, these, to fulfill the needs of the human, the anthropogenic activities are going to be happen. Are always, these anthropogenic activities are not reducing at the level, they are all always increasing. So, naturally because of this anthropogenic activities, the main point is the natural equilibrium is disturbed. The natural equilibrium which was maintained for millions of years, is disturbed. If you disturb this natural equilibrium, definitely a lot of calamities will be seen, lot of we can see many unnatural events can be seen. So, because of this total anthropogenic activities, so agrarian community is transformed to industrial society. See what happens here, the whole the land was basically used for agriculture, it has been now transformed into industrial society. And the another point I have given here, that impact of traditional types of agriculture. Impact of traditional type of agriculture means what we are doing the deforestation. Deforestation means we are just cutting the trees and making the, which is transforming into the agriculture land. So, this that we are transporting to agriculture land, and at the same times soil erosion is happening. Soil erosion means the upper layer, the 10 centimeter upper layer is going to be eroded. If soil is got eroded, definitely the fertility of the soil, the nutrition content of the soil, the nature of the porosity, the water holding capacity, so the fertility overall the whole the fertility and the microbial consortia which is present on the topsoil, all these things will be eroded. So, therefore, soil erosion is happening because of the farming, because of the traditional farming. What we do, we don't use the measures has to be taken. Actually, we have to stop the soil erosions by making some by following some scientific methods. So, that scientific methods which are not following, and because of this traditional type of agriculture, we are losing, we are making the deforestation, we are making the soil erosion, and because of the soil erosion, and also the depletion of nutrients are also seen nowadays, because of the we are using too much of one particular nutrients, and because of that the others are depleting. And after certain times the soil will not become a suitable for cultivation, it will not be suitable for cultivation. Therefore, because of this traditional type of agriculture, these things are happening. And the micronutrients imbalance is also we are noticed nowadays. Nitrate pollution, because of the high nitrate pollution, we are seeing the one syndrome called blue baby syndrome. Blue baby syndrome is going to be appeared because of the high nitrate pollution. Then eutrophication means the rich in organic content. The lakes and the water is going to be rich in organic contents because of that, and at the same time the algal blooms will happen. Because of the algal blooms, the water is going to be, the water quality is deteriorated, and therefore the eutrophication where rich of organic matters will be present. You may ask the question that what is eutrophication? Eutrophication means rich in organic matters. Then use of pesticides. Nowadays we are using this too many pesticides. Because of these pesticides certainly they kill pests, but at the same times they are destroying our soil, and at the same time these pesticides not only destroying our soil, they are also coming into us, because we are consuming the foods, we are consuming the vegetables. Through vegetables it will come to us, and that leads to the biomagnification. Biomagnification is one phenomena in which the accumulation of non-biodegradable toxic substance in the body. So that makes magnification as a result, and that leads to some disease condition. Therefore, biomagnification, blue baby syndromes, and this eutrophication, this is all happening because of the excessive use of these pesticides, excessive use of the fertilizers, and non-scientific methods we are following for the agriculture. So these anthropogenic activities, which are making which are making the quality of soil, deteriorating the quality of soil, deteriorating the quality of environment, and the overall deterioration of the natural lithosphere layer. And salinity is also one of the important point we have to remember, means where the salt concentration is more. How it happens means the salinity, if you use more fertilizers, and if the salt concentration in the soil will going to be increased more. Because of that, the salinity happens, and salinity, when the salinity is more, and that soil is not suitable for the cultivation of agriculture crops. Okay, all these levels, they have limits. If they cross the limits, definitely they are not suitable for the cultivation. And how does the impact of housing, the anthropogenic activity, that is one of the anthropogenic activities called housing. How this housing will help is it's destroying the environment. See, we are constructing the multi-store building, which happening because of that multi-store building. That multi-store building leads to the indoor pollution. Like building materials, what we use to the construction of multi-store building, the building materials are making the pollution. One such syndrome is called a sick building syndrome. The sick building syndrome is because of the material what we use for construction of this multi-store building. So there, the people who are working in that particular area, and they are associated with that particular materials, those people are more prone to this particular disease, sick building syndrome. Then production of plastics, metals, use of CFCs, asbestos, these are all called basically these materials are used for building purposes. CFCs are used for for cooling agent. They are used in the refrigerators, and this because this CFC, this will going to damage the ozone layer. So like that, many these materials, they are used for the building purpose, and these materials are causing the environmental pollution. And micronutrient imbalance can be seen because of the housing related activities. Formaldehyde used as an adhesive. This is also creating giving problem to the people who are working in that particular area. Benzene used in petrol, ink, oil, paints, plastic, and rubber. So this is also creating air pollution. This is also created because it evaporates in the air. The concentration of this benzene will be there in the environment, and therefore the air will not become suitable for the breathing, and the air pollution get deteriorated, and it will reach the air quality standards. It will go behind the air quality standards. Therefore, even the housing related activities are also going to be affects the environment. Then impact of mining, how the mining is going to be. This is also one of the anthropogenic activity which is potentially disturbing the environment. See, devegetation and defacing of landscape because of the mining. We are seeing groundwater contamination. We are seeing the groundwater contamination, uranium contamination, iron contamination, magnesium contamination, and cobalt contamination, and many other heavy metals are going to be contaminated because of the mining activities, particularly the chromium are contaminated, then mercury is going to be contaminated, and so these contaminants are coming into the water what we are using, the groundwater what we are using because of this mining activities. They are going into, they are mixing with them and is get contaminating, and because of that the people are consuming that water and they are getting the different diseases because of this hazardous minerals, hazardous metals we can call it as. Then occupational health hazard. See, a person who are working in a particular that mining activities, they may get the cirrhosis, this one particular disease, and another is called black lung disease. Cirrhosis, black lung disease, they are called occupational diseases. These occupational diseases are those people who are working in the mining sector. They are deeply associated with the mining sector. Such people, they are prone to this particular diseases, and those cases have been noticed in the India as well as in the other countries. Then transportation related activities. Transportation is one of the prominent anthropogenic activity which is impacting on the environment. Air and water pollution is happening because of that, because air and water pollution, air definitely because of the release of emission of the carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur, nitric oxide, all these will going to be released, and this by the burning of coal, burning of the fuel, the fossil fuels, and because of that the entire air is going to be polluted, and the quality of air will be reaches behind the standard. And these among these not only deteriorating the air quality, they also affects the ozone which present in the stratosphere. So nitrous oxide, which is the one of this is one of the factor which depleting the ozone. Carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and CH4, they are basically greenhouse effect, they causes the greenhouse effect. Carbon monoxide, nitrous oxide, sulfur dioxide, and NOx, they basically cause the acid rain. And they also, along with that, not only emission of these particular gases, in addition to that it also creates a sound. More than 75 decibel long term exposure causes the hearing problems to the children and the adults. This causes the hearing problems. Because of this different anthropogenic activities which I told, like this traditional agriculture factories, the housing related activities, industrial activities, mining activities, and transportation activities, these all together, these are the anthropogenic activity, these are the human activities. They are importing larger scale to the environment for the pollution, environment pollution. Therefore, to give a note on this particular concept, global warming is happening because of this particular emission and the rise in temperature. 1 degree rise in temperature, that makes a lot of difference. The global 1 degree rise in temperature, that makes lot difference, because if 1 degree rise in temperature leads to there are certain cities will be submerged. Many of the cities will going to be submerged if 1 degree rise in global average temperature. Global average temperature is 14. If it goes 15, so you can see that many cities which are located which are present beside the seashore, in the coastal region, they may submerged. Okay, so therefore, because of 1 degree rise of temperature, melting of ice glaciers, higher sea level, rise in temperature, low region on earth submerged, and it will leads to a public health problem, extreme condition, and food security will be arises. Food security problem will going to be arised. So these are the impacts because of the human activities or anthropogenic activities which are basically world is facing today. And as I have given one, this is the one different activities, the reasons for global warming, the ultimate impact of anthropogenic activities, and because of that, what are the different activities are happening. Say if you take an example is called shifting of climatic patterns, change in the wind direction and patterns. This is one activities is given. Like that, there are several activities which I have given in the figure. You can just go through this slide, and because of that, many tornadoes will happen, hurricanes will happen, and floods will happen, storms will increase intensity, and the tornadoes and the hurricanes intensity will become more, because of the damage will be huge. And this is all because of the anthropogenic activity. What we are doing industrialization, we are using high transportation, agriculture, high agriculture, in traditional ways of agriculture, and housing related, multi-story building, housing related, and many other anthropogenic activities which are impacting for the global warming. And this global warming leads to the melting of ice, and increase in sea level, rise in temperature, low region on the earth submerged, and leads to the public health problem, and extreme condition of extreme conditions will going to occur, and food security will create a problem. So this is about the anthropogenic activities. And coming to the development, the Millennium Development Goals and Sustainable Development Goals. In that, let me talk about the human development. Human development refers to the biological and psychological changes that occur in human from birth to end of adolescent. Developments are influenced by genetic and environmental factor. 4 interactive forces shape the human development. That is, one is biological process, psychological process, socio-cultural forces, like life cycle forces. Okay, sustainable development meets the need of the present without compromising the future generation needs. So, as I was talking on the anthropogenic activities in just before. So, point is that I am not suggesting that to stop all the anthropogenic activity. We have to do the anthropogenic activity in such a way that it should be in a sustainable development way. Means meets the need of the present without compromising the future generation needs. The concept of need and idea of limitation imposed social organization. United Nations started the UNDP program in 1990, and Planning Commission of India started the National Human Development Index in 2001. So, human development defines the process of enlarging the people's choice, formation of human capabilities like health, skill and knowledge. So, make use of the acquired capabilities for a productive purpose, being an active cultural, political affairs. So, what I mean to say is that, like, human development defines how a person will involve in the choosing his choice, and how he is maintaining his health, their skills, what type of skills they have, and how the knowledge there. So, based on this knowledge, skill and health, the human development is measured. Basically, the human development process is going to be measured, looking at how their health is maintained, and what are the skills they have, and how the knowledge is there with them. So, like this, by looking these parameters, the human development is measured, and make use of the acquired capabilities for productive purpose, being an active in cultural, political affairs. So, these, because the person, when you say is developed, so he should be involved in all kinds of process which are taking place in the society, culturally, political affairs, cultural affairs, and other affairs of the society. So, then only we can say that the person which developed, which is involved in the all kinds of social activities, he is being considered for the political equalities and the cultural equalities. Looking all these parameters, the human development index is going to be measured. Major element of human development is like productivity, equity, sustainability and empowerment. So, these 4 important factors need to be considered to measure the human development. One is productivity, equity, sustainability and empowerment. So, based on these 4 parameters, the human development index is measured. As per the UN concept of human development, United Nations concept of human development, as per UN, long and healthy life, knowledgeable, decent standard of living does not reflect the inequalities, poverty, human insecurity. So what I mean to say is, human development index, UN concept of human development is this, there should not be any inequalities, there should not be pure poverty, there should not be human insecurities, there should be long and healthy life, knowledgeable, decent standard of living. So when we say developed, it should have all these things parameters as per the United Nations concept of human development. So United concept of human development has given the four indexes. One is called inequality adjusted HDI, means human development index. Gender development index means how women are developed, how men are developed. Like there is a difference between the comparison between the men's and women's. Gender equality, are we giving the equality to the women's? So that we have to, based on that, a index is going to be given by the UN. And multidimensional poverty index, this is also that we call MPI index. These index are given by the human development, the UN concept of human development. And I suggest the viewers to kindly check into the latest data of the inequality adjusted HDI, gender development index, gender inequality index, multidimensional poverty index. So because you may get the latest statistic. So what is the index? Then coming to the Millennium Development Goals and Sustainable Development Goals, United Nations, as you know that United Nations comprises the 191 members, and also there are few countries are added nowadays. 8 goals are put forth in 2015, UN Millennium Declaration 2000. So the goals are to combat poverty, hunger, disease, illiteracy, environmental degradation and discrimination against women. So Millennium Development Goals and Sustainable Development Goal. So during 2000, the UN has made the decisions like to combat, means to reduce the poverty, to eliminate the hunger, to eliminate the diseases, illiteracy has to be eliminated, environmental degradation has to be stopped, and discrimination against women has to be stopped. So these are the some 8 goals is given by the UN, and for that they have done several meetings, several policies, several decisions at different places. One such decision is called in 1992 Rio Global Partnership for Sustainable Development was been done. In 2000 at UN adopted the Millennium Development Goals to reduce the extreme poverty in New York. Johannesburg Declaration, it deals about the sustainable development and plan of implementation of World Summit for Sustainable Development 2002. Rio 2012, the future we want adopted by United Nations in Rio. In 2013, subsequent adaptation of 2030 agenda in UN General Assembly. And 2015, Sendai SFDRR, Addis Ababa Action Agenda for Financing. It has been put forth. And Transforming the World 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development at New York 2015, and Paris Agreement on Climate Change 2015. So these are the different meetings have been conducted by the United Nations Development Organization, and wherein in each meeting they have taken the different policies, and they have approved the different proposals, and those proposals are implemented across the globe, and those are being implemented. And as far as today's concern, there are many the parameter which given in the sustainable development in the 8 goals. In this one, we have in terms of poverty, hunger, disease, we have reached to the whatever the idea which we had to reduce the poverty, we have reached to a certain extent. We have reduced a certain poverty, hunger has been reduced, and disease has been reduced, illiteracy has been reduced, and even the environmental degradation program, to reduce the environmental degradation program, the policies have been implemented throughout the globe and in India also. And these are the sustainable developments as I said. No poverty in 2030, no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice and strong institution, partnership of the for the goals. So these are all the goals which are made by the this one in Millennium Development Goals. See, end poverty and hunger. It was earlier. It was what it was. It was reduce extreme hunger and poverty. In 2000 to 2015. In 2015 to 2030, these are the goals has to be reached. End poverty and hunger. So in earlier it was reduce extreme hunger and poverty. Ensure inclusive and equitable quality education. In earlier it was achieve universal primary education. Achieve gender equality. Now earlier it was promote gender equality and promote women empowerment. So in this particularly we have to achieve the gender equality completely. Reduce inequality within and among the countries. Ensure healthy lives and promote well-being. Earlier it was reduce the child mortality and improve the maternal health, combat HIV, malaria and other diseases. Then ensure availability and sustainability management of water and sanitation for all. Ensure access energy for all. Promote global partnership. Promote peaceful and inclusive society for sustainable development. Earlier it was like that. Provide access to justice for all. Accountable and inclusive institution at all levels. So these are the different goals are made for Millennium Development Goals. These goals need to be achieved between 2015 to 2030. So this is about the Millennium Development Goals, and we in this particular session we spoke about the Millennium Development Goals. We spoke about the Human Development Index, and we spoke about the anthropogenic activities and human and environment interactions. So these are all the certain concepts which are coming into the environment, people and environment. So I hope that it will going to help you for the preparation of the KSET examination, and definitely we have given the knowledge where you can still more go behind that, and you can just go to the latest data in that to make yourself accurate and make yourself more confident for the examination. Therefore, you just go through this topic, and you can read the book like Pearson UGC first paper book, and you can also read the Arihanth net preparation book, and you can go for the some question papers solved which are available in the Arihanth as well as in the Pearson publications. So those books and question papers you read and just solve the as much as question papers possible. The previous questions as well as and in question banks as well. So as much as question if you solve, definitely your confidence level will be boosted, and it will help you for the crack the examination. So with this session I'm closing this session. Thank you for all the viewers, and wish you all the best for the examination. Thank you very much.